Hello, I'd like to take the opportunity to show you how wearing the right gear can save your butt. Went down on my motorcycle, grabbed too much front brake in a panic stop, tucked the front end, about 60 miles an hour down the asphalt. Dog wasn't with me at the time, but I came down on my left side wearing a Aerostich Roadcrafter one-piece suit, held Profi gloves, everything did its job. Came down on the left side here, hit the shoulder, hit the elbow. You can see some wear patterns, just where the padding is supposed to be and just how they designed them to. Kind of hit on the knee here too. Drug along a little bit there. I think at one point I might have been sliding a little bit feet first on my prone side here. Had a little bruise here on my hip, and a little bruise on my elbow. You can see where it did wear through there. It definitely drug some or took a pretty good hit. But a little bit of bruising on the elbow, more down in this area here. Perhaps not from that direct abrasion, but just the impact on the elbow pad. A little bit of a bruise on my hip. I have the optional hip pads. They are in this area. The bruise was below the pad, just a little bit here. Could have been from direct hit of the pavement, or perhaps my heat troller that I was using for my gerbing liner. You can see that drug along and make it a little easier to access that now, but perhaps that rolled around and I was actually putting weight on that. Everything did its job. Like I said, the gloves, the held Profi gloves, hit on the rivets just as you would expect them to in a situation like that. You always put your hands out, but they took the brunt of it like they were supposed to. Everything looks good there, not too bad. The wore through a little bit here. I must have one point drug or something. Wore through, but I didn't have a single scratch there. It tore that stitch up a little bit. I have worn them a little bit. I was able to ride the bike back, but no abrasion, no bruising of the hands. I have ordered another pair of these gloves. They no longer make them, but they saved my butt here. And like I said, everything 60 miles an hour, so everything came out pretty good. So this suit does have the optional hip pads, which whether they did something, I have to assume they did a little bit, because like I said, I did have a little bit of bruising here on my hip. Has an optional back pad, but there didn't appear to be any impact or sliding along the back. All the gear all the times, guys, can save your butt. Thank you.